Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And yeah, I'm just kind of testing things out. Looks like Los is not really supporting this. Let me know if this seems glitchy, sounds staticky, or whatever. I want to make sure that tomorrow goes off without a hitch. So that's the reason why that I'm live streaming tonight. I don't have video feed going on right now. Trying to play with format. Hey, what's up, Kamal? What's going on? So I'm just trying to test things out, just trying to see how things are going to work out. Give me 1 second. Let me grab that phone and bring it closer here. Maybe it might fix the reception. Hold on. As I'm trying to make sure that everything goes off perfectly. Hopefully it does. Hopefully. There's just so much things around my desk. I gotta make sure everything is gonna be much better, or if not, more than likely probably used the hotspot on Boost to do it. Los Mobile's just not hanging in that well. Hold on. Let me see if I turn on the video feed, if it goes any better or not. Let me know how it's sounding though. Okay, is that glitchy and everything like that, or please let me know. Because I need to make sure I use the best hotspot for tomorrow's reaction. Because I am excited for tomorrow. I get it, and some people will probably come up with about 1,001 reasons why they feel like the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro is not going to be that good. Let me just kind of be straight. I don't give a shit. I like Pixels. Always have. Always will. I know they have their shortcomings. I never try to deny them. But the shortcomings that affect most people, I would say that would be the reason why for them not to get it. But for anyone who's trying to change my mind, it ain't happening. I appreciate it, Sneed. All right. It's showing me on Restream, it's showing me 2 bars. That's why I'm kind of worried. Because normally I use Los Mobile to live stream. But I want to make sure that I use the best one. So I may test out streaming a video while live streaming at the same time and see if it'll hold. If it gets too glitchy or whatever, then I guess I'll have to go look at different routes. I really want to be able to live react and have the event play. And if I'm not expecting people to show up to my live stream. Let me just kind of be straight. I know some people might just want to watch the event solo and not listen to someone talk or whatever, but I'm still going to do my live and share my reactions to it. I didn't do one today because no way in hell was I going to let Apple strike me again like they did last year, because that strike doesn't come off my channel. It stays there. So yeah, channel strike. I'm not trying to get in trouble for that. But Google has been cool about it. Last year I live reacted. And I didn't get any problems or whatsoever, whatnot. So I'm not too worried about it. But tomorrow is the day. It's like Christmas for me. It really is. It feels like that, It feels like Christmas for me. I mean, we're going to see the phone tomorrow. We're gonna get all the final answers to everything. It's gonna come through U.S. carriers like AT&T and T-Mobile. Do you think it'll be cheaper than the leaked price? I don't know if it's going to be. I do know that there's leaks about Target selling the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, and how there is a subsidized price through Target. The photo that's being shopped around Twitter right now is showing that Target's going to have it, and it's going to be on sale for $599 for the Pixel 6. I think it's $849 for the Pixel 6 Pro. That's crazy. If it's $599, that's right up the alley of what I'm going for. Because I'm going for the phone. I'm going for the Pixel 6, not the 6 Pro. And so that's kind of right up my alley. What's up, Mike? That's right up my alley for what I want, what I can spend on a phone. And also too, I want that seafoam green. That's the one that I want, seafoam green. And hopefully they have it. But I think with carriers, there's going to be all kinds of deals. If it's being pushed through by carriers, obviously you're going to know there's going to be some sort of deals going on, possibly even trade-ins and stuff like that too, to get it cheaper. So let's be expecting that. I think the 6 will still be a very good device. It is for a lot of the things that people are talking about, right? Like one of the major things that I'm really going to thoroughly enjoy about it, and it's not just only to the Pixel 6. Or I think it's only going to be to the Pixel 6 because of the tensor chip. Let me take that step back. But I think one of the key features that I'm really absolutely excited for is the fact of translation without the need of internet. That is probably one of the big things for me, just because my mom lives in Thailand. You guys know the story of that. I don't have to tell you guys the whole backstory of that, but you guys just know that my mom lives in Thailand, and eventually soon, one day I'm going to have to go to Thailand. And while I don't speak the language fluently, I'll be able to actually communicate with certain people using translation to help. To basically help. Got room for one more? I'm not gonna be live very long, bro. I didn't send out any invites in. However, tomorrow after the event, so I'll live stream the event. Once the event's over, I'll stop the live stream and I'll start another one. And then if anyone wants to join me, then I would love to join. Unless you're gonna do one after the event, then I'll just join with you after my live stream's done. But right now, I'm just really just kind of configuring things, just making sure that my live stream is I'm gonna be able to live stream it. Because if I can't live stream it, I'll let you guys know. I already set it up, but if I can't, if internet sucks for me, then it's gonna suck for me, right? Like I got rid of Cox Internet. That I don't have an internet service provider just yet. And CenturyLink, I do have CenturyLink. However, the technician still hasn't come out here and installed it. They're behind on installation by 20 days. So he's not gonna be here until the 27th. So basically I'm relying on Most Mobile hotspot or whatever hotspot I have to do this live stream tomorrow. So hopefully I can get it without a hitch. However, but yeah, back to the Pixel 6, that's one of the things that I'm very interested in is how powerful the tensor chip is and what it can do. Everyone's feeding off all this other stuff like benchmarks and stuff like that. I can give a rat's ass about benchmarks and shit like that because honestly, to everybody, scores don't always tell the tale of what it's going to be. Currently I'm watching Raw. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm waiting for Crown Jewel on Thursday. This week is just full of fun and adventure, right? We get Apple today. I didn't do anything about that. I'm not really going to talk too much about Apple, only because some of the stuff that was, that was said on there is just, it doesn't target me as a consumer because I'm not looking to get a new MacBook Pro. I'm not looking to subscribe to Apple Music, and I think it was cool with the new AirPods, the AirPods 3s. But there wasn't much that was targeting me. So I have nothing to speak on about it other than the fact that I thought it was a pretty cool event. Tomorrow is my Christmas Pixel, and then you have Samsung on Wednesday, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to check that out. And then I'm a wrestling fan, so Crown Jewel on Thursday. Hey, this week is packed of full fun and adventure. Oh, well, Sony has an event on Thursday. So I wonder what Sony's going to be talking about, regarding that stuff, right? All of my kids, if you guys hear them in the background, they're going bananas and everything like that. They're running around playing tag in the dark with flashlights from their phones. So it's just weird what's going on out there. But you guys tell me, out of all the things that we've gotten leaked about the Pixel 6, what is it that you guys are most excited about? I would love to read you guys' thoughts on that. Also, I do know what I guess someone did hunt down whoever it was that broke the embargo that they had, only because I saw this yesterday on Twitter, and Mark Gwynn decided to tweet, and he was talking about why would someone want to break something good, relationship good with Team Pixel and break the embargo and already start showing things about the Pixel 6 when they were not supposed to. For those who don't know, some Team Pixel members can confirm this, but they are given what's called an embargo. It's basically like a kind of like a contract. I promise to not show anything or any specifics about the phone until this date. And so even though they have the phone in hand, they can't just go and snap a photo of it and post it on Instagram or start talking about it on various different social platforms they're on, because there's a specific time that Google says you can talk about it. There's specific things that's probably one of the agreements, with any company. It's not just Google. Any company, Samsung puts their people under embargo. If Apple did it, Apple would do the same thing, right? And I noticed that a lot of people are running around just pretty much like trying to figure out who it was. And then somebody shared a tweet of a video from TikTok that showed somebody unboxing the Seafoam Green Pixel 6 and saying that that person was it. Now, we can't really say, for a fact that that was the person that Mark Gwynn was referring to, but it leaves the question, like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, it is a privilege to be invited into Team Pixel, for Google to look at you and say, hey, we're going to give you one of our phones, and you just do your review videos and stuff on it and let your people know what you think about it. And, hopefully that's like good marketing for us, that they're taking a chance, right? They don't have to. You got to understand, the thing about Team Pixel and what makes it so crazy, and the same thing follows with any other company, is that they're handing out thousands and thousands of dollars. If that escapes anybody's mind, they're handing out thousands of dollars. You got to think about it, right? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that the Pixel 6 Pro is going to cost like $999, right? Let's say $1,000 right there, right? And there's like 147 Team Pixel members, right? That's $1,000 times 147, right? That's a lot of money to give away. So when people have, like, I know I've said this before, but I think people kind of get lost in the mix of the things that I say. But when I say things that's like, like, hey, YouTube is like, it's cheap marketing for for Google. It's not to say like the advertisement is free by using content creators such as myself and Mike and Sneed and Technoid, and Gene. It's not saying that, that it's using us and that it's free for them. It's not saying that at all. But, they decided to go a different route with marketing for it. And that's, creating a team of people that are influencers and then putting the device in their hand. Nobody from Team Pixel pays money for these phones. We know this. It's the writing's on the wall. This is why there's so many people who are non-content creators that's on Twitter just straight bitching that they're not part of Team Pixel. But it's like, yeah, you want the phone for free because you don't want to pay money for it, but you're not a creator. You're not an influencer to that degree. You can start an Instagram and get 150 followers and say, I'm an influencer to 150 people. That's not going to work. But it's not free though, right? Google's taking a loss when they hand all these phones out, these products out. So they're just going, with marketing in a totally different way. And you know what? Like, that's the path they chose to do. So when you are selected, right? Because you can't just go and apply to be a Team Pixel member. You can do what I've been doing, in the past, where I was like sharing out on Twitter, like how interested I would definitely want to be invited to this team. Lately, yeah, I'm not so sure anymore. And it's not to say that I wouldn't accept the offer if they did send it my way. But, I'm going to do things my way. And if it gets me kicked out of the team, then c'est la vie. It is what it is. But when you are invited, it is a privilege to be invited. Why would anyone want to break that embargo? Why would anyone want to break that? All they asked was that you don't show certain aspects of the phone until this time. Honor that. Whoever broke the embargo, I'm just saying that to that person. They're not really going to see this at all. I doubt they will. But if they did, I would literally tell you you're a dumbass for doing it. You're a dumbass for doing it. You shouldn't do it. You should keep your relationships with these companies good. And here's the reason why. If you are a tech reviewer, content creator on YouTube that discusses a lot of, technology, hardware and stuff like that, right? And you create these relationships with these different companies, okay? Never mind all the crap where people want to go and talk about this person's paid, so they're going to say it sounds good or not. Like that's going to happen no matter what. Like, you can't avoid that. Even if you were to be brutally honest about a product that you're reviewing, people are still going to think that you're biased because the phone was given to you for free. Okay, so let's just throw out the equation. But when you create these relationships with these different companies, you definitely don't want to burn those bridges, because you can be involved in something else. Take Latrell, for example, right? Latrell, he's part of Team Pixel, but he's also been sponsored by Google, and he's been sponsored by Google Fi. And so he's done videos talking about Google Fi and such. And this is like a business relationship between him and Google. He's in good standings with them. So when they have something down the pike later on that maybe they feel like he's a good fit for, they're going to remember him and reach out to him and talk to him about a different business adventure. You know what I mean? And the same thing goes with Samsung and with any other tech company out there. Like, you want to keep your relationship with these companies good, because at the end of the day, like I said, like people want to come in and throw all kinds of stuff around, throw shade or whatever. That's totally fine. But at the end of the day, if YouTube is what you're really passionate about, creating content is what you're passionate about, live streaming and podcasting is what you're passionate about, right? These business relationships you're going to develop one way or another. You're going to develop them, you know. And who in their right mind would think that a vehicle would take off without gas in the tank? Excuse me, one sec. One sec, guys. Hold on one sec. Okay, my bad. Hey, Gene, thanks for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. You didn't have to do it, man, but I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just, like I was saying, who expects a car to move without gas inside of it, right? You know, there are content creators have different reasons for what they do, right? You know, 5 years ago, I wanted this to be like sustainable for me, right? Today, not so much. I realize that, you know, I appeal to a certain group, but I'm not going to appeal to every demographic that's out there, and I accept and understand that. And so at this point right now, really what all this is just me being able to talk tech and not, you know, bore the rest of my family members with it who are not interested in tech the way that I am in. It's an outlet for me to talk, and I still have fun doing it, and I love interacting with all of you guys, and so I continue to do this. I'll be honest, you know, with my new adventure and everything like that, I was seriously thinking about stepping back completely. That's not going to happen. I'm just going to continue to do what I do and do it the best that I can. Of course, things are going to be a little bit different on this channel because the timing is going to be different. My job is really going to keep me busy away from the things that I would normally do. However, I'm still going to do this. So, but other people, they really want to amass something great out of this. And of course, they're going to create these relationships. And yeah, people are going to feel a certain way, one way or another, you know what I mean? But you still got to mush forward, still got to push forward. So the last thing you want to do is be invited to a specific group that, you know, is going to be beneficial for your channel in the future. And then you're going to go and screw them over by not adhering to the embargo that's placed. These phones are over-released and overhyped. You still can't. I mean, hey, you know, people have their perspective. If it is, it is. You know, that's what I'm saying. Pixel 6 launch pre-show happening right now. If you have no interest in it, you have no interest in it. That's you. Other people feel different. The software way more interesting than hardware of these phones. But see, that's the thing. Yes, I agree with you there. Software is really important when it comes to it, right? Because that's what you interact with the most, right? But software cannot exist without hardware. And so hardware does play some importance to a level. Like, am I worried about the design? No. Okay. Am I worried about the camera sensors? Well, of course, I like taking photos, so I want to know what new sensor they put in there and have it specifically locked, right? Nothing is set in stone until Google says it themselves. That's the way that I see it. But also, I want to know about the tensor chip, which is the hardware that pretty much runs the software. So like the software executes commands and is able to do that because of the chip. That's what I'm saying. There is a level where the hardware does play a factor in it, right? Like take today's event with the Apple, right? The Apple event today, the MacBooks and what they were talking about, the M1 Max and the M1 Pro. Those play a significant thing. And you see the way that they designed the chip now and how it's going to be able to execute things faster, and then them showing you the performance to the curve of power consumption make the big play, right? People went bananas over the MacBook, even though it's got a notch. Even though it's got a knock, people went bananas over the MacBook. And it was like, hey, it is what it is, right? So to some degree, hardware does play a very big role. Now, of course, I'm a software guy, so how I'm going to determine the Pixel 6 and the way it is based upon my experience of the software. But I don't turn a blind eye to the fact that the tensor chip is going to play, an immediate role in it. The battery that's installed in the phone is playing an immediate role. I'm not going to turn a blind eye to that. Of course, those things, they definitely make a play on it. Yeah, I'm curious also about the new chip. I am, because being able for that chip to be able to execute commands to translate language in real time without the need of internet is going to be insane. So Android 12 will be pre-installed on the it'll be pre-installed on the Pixel 6s. And that's the thing. Whatever the new Android software is for that year, the new Pixel will come with it in it. They're not going to put it on Android 11 and then update it to Android 12. Mind you, Android 12 pretty much released before the Pixel 6 release. It is officially released. Even though we don't have it on our Pixel phones that we currently have now, it is technically officially released. The reasoning why, I am not entirely sure. But I'm thinking it has to do with the Pixel 6. There has to be a reason why. Because, we saw, I don't know if you guys saw Qualcomm's tweet where they literally tweeted and put a bunch of red flags, kind of low-key talking about the tensor chip because they are a bit sour that Google's no longer going to rely on Qualcomm for their processors. That's what it is. Still not a fan of Android 12. Well, Android 12. Yeah, I know. What's his name? Chris Perillo said the same thing. He's not a fan. The same thing that you don't like about Android 12, Mike, about the quick setting toggles, he doesn't like it either. He doesn't like those big, the big buttons in the notification shade. But it is what it is, You could do one of three things. Actually, no, you can't. Never mind. Launcher is not going to fix that. You can do one thing, and that is flash a custom ROM on there that completely changes the user interface look and design. However, I do feel like that a lot of custom ROMs are going to follow in that footstep of bringing those same things to it. I got Android 11 6 months ago after its release on a quality budget phone. At the time, a time after bugs and kinks were worked out. And over time. Plus, too, I think one of the other things that I do think about is that maybe the reason why that we didn't get Android 12 right away is because maybe after tomorrow it'll roll, but I think it's gonna roll with another update. So you'll probably get official Android 12, and then there'll be Android 12.1 because Android 12.1 is coming. And one of the big quintessential things of Android 12.1 is that it's supposed to be like fully optimized for foldable device, which is why you hear a lot of people talking about a Pixel that folds, a foldable Pixel Fold, or whatever they want to call it. It's because Android 12.1 supports that. It's optimized specifically for that. So for it to roll another software update from 12 to 12.1, and it specifically say that 12.1 is going to be fully optimized for foldable devices. We know that Samsung has a foldable device. They have two different styles of it, right? The Galaxy Fold and the Galaxy Flip. There are other devices that are foldables that we see out there. LG wouldn't really be classified in that because they actually used a dual screen that was an extension case onto the phone that made it a dual display, but it wasn't a foldable display. So the other reason why they would actually really invest in foldable technology and optimizing Android to be fully capable within a foldable device is if they're about to release a foldable device. Maybe that's why the box seems a little bit heavy. Team Pixel members will know what that means. It could be that. Who knows? No one knows what's going to come in these boxes, right? Like, of course, I have friends that are in Team Pixel, and I thank them very much for them conversating with me about things, right? They don't tell me anything. They just conversate with me about things and wishful thinkings and stuff like that. And I told them, how cool would it be if you guys got your Pixel phones and inside there was the Pixel 6 Pro or the Pixel 6, whichever they get, right? I'm thinking they're getting the Pixel stand. The new Pixel stand that now supports 23-watt fast charging versus the old Pixel stand that was 10-watt wireless charging, right? The Pixel stand that they're about to release here tomorrow, that one has 23-watt fast wireless charging. It's got an updated design, and it's got 2 coils on the wireless charging pad, because you can wirelessly charge your Pixel Buds on that stand too as well. If you have the Pixel Buds, or what we call the Pixel Buds 2, because there were Pixel Buds before that had wires on them, but the actual like fully wireless Pixel Buds 2, their case, it has wireless charging, and you're able to charge your Pixel Buds on that stand, and you can also charge your Pixel, but put it in landscape, if that makes any sense. So it has 2 charging coils on that dock, basically, and you guys could be getting that along with your Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Would be pretty badass if you guys got the Pixel Watch, because even though we don't hear too much about it, and there's not much leaks other than the renders that was leaked by Front Page Tech months ago that showed what the Pixel Watch would look like, it could be in the bag. It could be in that box, because they could be talking about it tomorrow at the event. Yeah, remember, this event is not just going to go like only Pixel 6 and goodbye, we're done. They're going to have a bunch of other things that they're going to talk about too. The Made by Google event, which is what I officially call it. I know tomorrow they're calling it the launch event, but it's always been known to me as the Made by Google event, because at this event is hardware. Google I/O is software and a lot of software stuff, and then Made by Google event is hardware stuff. So, you know, an updated Google Home, maybe a Google Home or Google Nest, speaker, or Google Nest display. We may see something new of that. We may see the Pixel Watch. We may see the Pixel Fold. Of course, the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro. Maybe a Pixel Tab, because people are like throwing out there that there might be a Pixel Tab. Who knows? I need a foldable dual screen 10-inch tablet. Well, I mean, you could probably find one on AliExpress, something that's made over in China. They may have something like that. It may come, foldable may come in the future. Like, I know Samsung is really invested in it. I know that Google is going to be invested in it. We've got rumors that Apple is invested in foldable technology, and that they're looking to make like an iPhone flip. What up, Latrell? There are all these things that could possibly happen. But the main thing is that we only know that the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro is launching tomorrow. We don't know anything else that's going to be at that event. We do know that there's a Pixel stand, and I feel like that Team Pixel members are going to get that. Why wouldn't they? If I was head of the Team Pixel development team, and I was like, yo, we got to send our Team Pixel member stuff. Let's put this in the box. Let's get them a Pixel shirt, like a really badass shirt that had a Pixel logo on it. Throw that in there. Let's get them some socks. Let's throw that in there too. How much more googly can we get besides the phone? Well, we're going to give them like 3 different case options for their Pixel, because, they got some really nice cases now. I mean, don't get me wrong, the fabric ones are good. They're just not very protective. And then what else can we do? Let's throw a Pixel Watch in there. Let's give them the Pixel stand too. Because why not? I mean, that is the benefit. So again, to the person who broke the embargo, you idiot. You get invited in there, and you're so worried about getting the views on whatever platform you're on that you would go and break a good relationship with Google. What the hell is wrong with you? Man. Nah, I'm not in charge of Team Pixel, man. But it would be cool as hell to be, though. Definitely, I mean, but like I'm saying, like there's gonna be a lot to it, So I retweeted a video that was tweeted by Twitter handle Pixel Unboxing. I think it's what they're called. They found a video that somebody on TikTok unboxed the Seafoam Green Pixel 6. And it's legit. It's not like the other one that I found like months ago, where some weirdo like Xerox copied the back of a Pixel 6 and then freaking taped it to the back of their Pixel 4a 5G and was just like trying to like pass it off that it was a Pixel 6, No, this was legit. Like the little tabs on the side that you peel just to unlock the box. They opened it. I seen the Seafoam Green Pixel 6. I want it even more now. The asshole decided to show that to everybody. Now I want it. Like I wish I had like freaking enough money saved up to just buy it now, but I still gotta wait. But then you also see in the box, like, yes, it's true. If anyone's like, oh, they're not gonna have a charging brick in the box, no, they're not going to. You're just gonna get the Type C to Type C cable. You're gonna get one of where the hell did I put it? Oh, you're gonna get one of these adapters, right? USB A to USB C adapters. You're gonna get one of those in the box. Type C to Type C cable. Booklets. Hopefully they got a couple of pixel stickers in there because I love those things. And then the phone itself. That's it. And yes, the screen cover on the phone is white. It's the same like what Apple used on their iPhones. That blank white screen protector. It's no longer see-through. It's just white. Peel it and there's a display. Yeah, the person pretty much shared it. So I already know what the unboxings are going to look like, pretty much. What I'm still going to watch everybody's every Team Pixel members unboxing, only because I support you guys, and again, like, no matter what, even if I'm not a part of it, I am still happy that you guys get to be a part of it and get to experience that. You know what I mean? And so my way of being an unofficial Team Pixel member is to watch your guys' content and support it and comment and just, you know what I mean? Just have an all-out blast. So I'm looking forward to a lot of the unboxings and a lot of the reviews and such. I am looking forward to that from everyone that's a part of it. Tony, Latrell, Mike, Ladies Red. At least let me reiterate, the Team Pixel members that I know, that I'm friends with, right? Not every Team Pixel member, you know what I mean? That's a lot of stuff to watch. Plus, some of them are just like really odd, and I don't understand why. Yeah, they posted an unboxing on TikTok. That's Ascentec Automotive to you? Why, you gonna unbox your Pixel 6 or your 6 Pro and your Toyota? I'm sorry, Latrell. I'm so sorry. And I'm sorry that again, yesterday I was looking back through all the DMs. I was getting hit up in my Twitter DMs a lot the past couple of days, and I saw you got flagged for the comment that you were joking around with me about. And I'm sorry that you got hit for that, Latrell. I really am. I like having fun. So, you're a homie. I'm gonna troll you for fun. Unless you say today's not the day and you're not having a good day. I know my limits when to shut the hell up. But I might do Honda Accord and Nissan Maxima videos. Yeah, definitely, man. You'd be like the perfect spokesperson for Toyota. Like, definitely, man. I can see you in the latest Corolla. No, in the latest Camry. Could y'all imagine Latrell being in the latest Camry commercials? Like, he'd be the perfect fit. And yeah, I mean, I don't, I know I joke around a lot, but I'm actually not joking. I actually did submit you for Toyota, so I don't know if they reach out to you. My bad, dude. I just thought it would be funny. But hey, if you get a sponsorship from Toyota, bro, there you go. That sounds cool. Unboxing your Pixel 6 and your Toyota Land Cruiser. Oh man. With a flamethrower. Nah, you wouldn't be like that with a flamethrower. You got good business ethics, Latrell. That's why so many people really, really work with you. You got good business ethics. You really know how to do it. So I know for a fact that Toyota did reach out to you. If it was something that you thought was cool, regardless if you don't like the brand, I know that you would work something out with them. If it's something that you thought was stupid, you would just turn them down and say, I'm not the right guy for this. But anyways, Elon Musk. Anyways, so yeah, man, I'm so excited for tomorrow. I really am. I wish I could put the phone in my hand tomorrow and just go bananas on so many videos. I would probably piss so many people off because I would individually break down each section of what I wanted to discuss with the Pixel 6 and probably upload like freaking 35 different videos in a span of like 2 days. And that would be just in the beginning of it. Then you got like the week after and the week after and the week after, the 30-day review, the 2-month review, the review of the review of the review of that review. And I would go totally bananas. People would just probably get tired of me. Be like, dude, what's Tito uploading today? You wouldn't even have to guess. Pixel 6 video. But it's not, like, yeah, I sound like a fanboy. And I know that I am. And I can give a shit what anyone thinks. But I generally like the experience that I get from Pixels. I say this a lot. I talk about it a lot. But it's my experience. Like, my experience is not intended to make people buy this phone. My experience is just to tell you guys exactly what my experience is. And if that experience happens to tell you, like, hey, I'll give it a shot, then boom, there you go. But it's not to say you have to go and get it. And yeah, of course, like everyone has their preferences, and I'm not here to shit on anybody's preferences. Like if you geek out on Apple, then geek the fuck out on Apple and just go bananas on it. If you love Samsung, do the same damn thing. Like, I don't know. I'm just weird like that. No, actually, though, if they did reach out to me and I was with it, I'm not denying a spot on TV. I would think it'd be insane and also at the same time pretty cool to see you on TV. Yeah, no, Google won't sponsor me. Google won't sponsor me because if things are shit, I'm gonna call it for what it is. I happily drove a Honda and not a Toyota today. Are you sure it's a Honda? Because someone could have slapped an H emblem on that thing. You never know. That car you drove could have had a 5 EFT motor in it. That's Toyota, bro. I love messing with the Tron Toyotas. But anyways, yeah, I'm hyped as hell. I'm hyped as hell. Probably, you guys already knew I was gonna be hyped as hell for this. And yeah, I'm just like listening and watching. Like a lot of people are dropping a lot of their videos. I didn't drop any videos today or any discussions other than this right now, only because I'm saving a lot of that for when the event happens. Definitely I will go live. Hopefully my services with any of my hotspots will work for the event for me to actually live stream it and react to it live. And then once that's done, I will start another live stream right after it and just go over it. Anyone that wants to join in can. However, if say Technoid is doing one, then I would rather join in his, you know what I mean? So I will definitely let you guys know towards the close of the event before I end my live stream, if I'm going on somebody else's live as a guest or if I'm going to host one with a panel myself, I'll let you guys know. But definitely, I think if Techno is going to do it, I'd rather join on his, only because I want to help his channel out. Definitely want some people to join in on that too. So, but I know some of y'all work tomorrow, so total bummer. However, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just go on people's live streams tomorrow after my live stream. I'll go on it. So Gene, if you're gonna do a live tomorrow evening, then I'll join you and we'll talk about the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Technoid, if you're gonna start one, just know I'm gonna be there if you're still here. If you left because you got things to do and it's late in the East Coast, someone just hit Technoid and no, I'll do it. I don't know why I'm asking anyone to do anything for me. I'm being an idiot right now. I'll hit Technoid on the DM and tell him, hey man, if you're going live after event, I'll join you. I'll join people's stuff. Yeah, just woo, man. You know what I need? I need that freaking remote from Adam Sandler and click, so I can just get right to the event. So yeah, I'm gonna head to bed quite early because I'm going to. Well, first I gotta get up and get my kids ready for school, make sure they all get to school, and then 9:45 a.m. my time is when I'm gonna start the live stream 15 minutes before, so I can make sure I have all the bugs and stuff worked out. I might as well just start at 9:30 and just kind of test things, and if everything's working fine, then yeah. But like I said, if you guys didn't know, I'm relying on hotspot. CenturyLink still hasn't come to install my internet yet, only because, yeah, they're behind on installation orders. So it ain't gonna be till about the 27th that they're gonna come out here and install my internet. And then finally, before I end this, like, okay, I get that people have different preferences and things, but those people who are genuinely pissed off at Halloween Kills, why the hell are you guys coming at me? I like the movie. I really do. I like the idea that Halloween 3, 4, 5, 6, well, 3, 4, 5, 6, H2O Resurrection is no longer canon, right? So we're not dealing with the Thorn tattoo and the constellation of Thorn as a mystical thing that keeps Michael Myers alive. They just brought it back down to earth a little bit. Yeah, send me a link so we can talk. Yeah, the launch event's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. my time. Yeah, I mean, like, so I get like some people's point of view about it. I just feel like the way that they're telling the story with Halloween Kills, I think is much better. It's much better that we don't have a magical constellation that only appears on Halloween night that makes Michael Myers move about. You know what I mean? Yeah, there is still some level of what people will call bullshit because, if you get shot 7 times in point blank range from somebody with a handgun, then beat with a bat, a crowbar, and other weapons, like, you're just not going to get up from that and then take out everybody else that's around you. But I mean, we'll see what happens. And of course, I'm thoroughly excited for next year's release of Halloween Ends, because now that Laurie's daughter was murdered by her brother, now we're going to see Laurie in a totally different element, because he took her daughter away after she just got her daughter back, and their relationship is working because the daughter now knows that her mother wasn't crazy and that she was telling her the truth about the boogeyman, who happens to be her uncle. Now she's dead. Michael killed her at the end in Judy's room. So, oh yeah, that's gonna be really crazy. Did you see people talking about Michael Myers being sprayed with a fire hose versus a gardening hose? Yeah, there's a lot of things. Like, first of all, that part of the movie, like, most of the movie was funny to me. Okay, so it really wasn't scary. Like, ooh, I got scared or anything like that. Like, me and my kids, like, we all watched it for family movie night the night of release. We watched it on Peacock. And so we sat in the living room, popped some popcorn, got some snacks, watched the movie. We were laughing at all the things that was going on because, first of all, he gets out. He gets out of the burning house, and those firefighters, they're looking at him as he's walking through the door with that crowbar pickaxe looking thing. And then one looks down and sees he's holding an axe in his hand. The other firefighter's holding an electric saw. The other guy's got a friggin' fire hose, and they're like, yeah, we can take him. Until he gets out there with them and tangles with them, and first to go is the dude with the fire hose. That pressure didn't stop Michael. Michael clubbed him in the head with that pickaxe thing, and then he beat the other guys with it and took control of the electric saw and saw the other guys. And I was like, I thought that was funny. Firefighters versus Michael Myers. Who win? Well, now we know it's Michael Myers who wins. But one thing that I will point out, and I don't know, many people probably felt this vibe that I felt, but when he took out the firefighters and he was heading back in the direction going to his house, going to the Myers home, you could feel his rage that he was pissed that his sister tried to burn him in the house. You know what I mean? Like, he went into full rage mode. Like, anyone caught in his path was killed, right? Down the way from Laurie's house, he killed the neighbors in their house. Appeared in their house, bathroom light turns on, he smashes the bathroom light, kills the husband, then grabs one of the bulbs, which I call bullshit on, because those long fluorescent bulbs are like fragile. You drop them, they break into millions of pieces, right? Yet he was able to successfully put it in someone's neck. Like, that's not happening. You may cut them up and it will break piece by piece and chip away, but it ain't gonna stay firm and hard enough for it to actually puncture a hole that big in someone's neck. And then you pull it out of them, and then you drop it on the floor, and it shatters to a million pieces. Like, because that would be like the ultimate murder weapon. I just demonetized this by saying that. I probably demonetized it anyways earlier from all that cussing. But anyways, so I'll probably just unmonetize this. Michael Myers versus Phoenix, Arizona. That's funny. But yeah, you feel Michael's rage in that movie. You really feel that he's really pissed off that his sister tried to kill him, and he takes it out on everybody. But it was sad too to see like the survivors, like Tommy Doyle and Lonnie and all them, pretty much get dispatched one by one. And how worse was it for the other escaped mental patient who went to the hospital seeking help and was misidentified to being Michael Myers, and everyone just chased him, and then he had nowhere to go, so he just jumped. That was sad. Rashawn, hello to you. Yeah, so I thought Halloween Kills was okay. I would rather watch this universe of Michael Myers than to go with Halloween 4, 5, and 6 and H2O and Resurrection, because Halloween 3 we already know, but if you didn't know, you're about to find out. But Halloween 3 had nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's kind of like Friday the 13th. You know how Friday the 13th series, the first movie, didn't have Jason in it? It was actually Jason's mom who was taking out the people at Camp Crystal Lake, and then when she was killed, then Jason was awakened from the lake, and he came out and everything like that. Yeah, Halloween 3 didn't have Michael Myers in it, but in Halloween 4 and 5 and 6, it just went way left field with the constellation of Thorn, right? So like in the fourth movie, apparently Laurie had a daughter, and the daughter was given up for adoption. Laurie faked her death. No, wait, she didn't fake her death, but she died. She actually died in Halloween 4 in a car accident. So Jamie is Michael's niece, and so she becomes his target, and he's coming after her. And then in the fifth movie, after her encounter with her uncle, they say they're cousins, but if she was Laurie's daughter, then that would make Michael her uncle, and she would be his niece. So I don't know why they called her his cousin. But then Jamie goes through PTSD, and so she's psychically linked to Michael and all this other stuff. And then these druid people show up at the end of 5, and they're from this cult that worships the sign of Thorn. And then in Halloween 6, they say that Michael bred a child with Jamie. Like Jamie's all grown up. Well, she's not all grown up. I mean, she's grown up. She's like an adult already. And Michael bred a child with her because they were going to use that child as a vessel for the evil that's within Michael, so it will live forever. And so they drew the symbol of the thorn on the baby's chest. And then, Jamie breaks free, takes her baby, gets out, and all this other stuff. Like, I don't mind that being scrapped from canon. I don't mind that being gone, because that was just like a lot of crap. All right. I like the direction we're going with this, because this direction was similar to the envisionment that Rob Zombie had with his versions of Halloween. Although, there are some things about his version of Halloween that I don't. So here's the thing, right? In order for Michael Myers to be scary to people, you can't give an explanation. Sometimes an explanation to his past is not needed to make him scary. As a matter of fact, it dumbs down a lot of what you would be afraid of Michael, right? People don't know why Michael does the things that he does, so it leaves so much mystery and just shrouds everything that you don't know what's going to happen with that. You don't know what's up with him. You can't figure him out, right? In Rob Zombie's version of Halloween, it was dope that he gave a backstory to Michael, but it also then took away the fear factor, because now you understand why Michael is the way he is. Grew up in a poor home, mother was abused, mother's boyfriend is verbally abusive, sister is abusive to him, and so he snaps and just takes out everybody except for his baby sister, who they renamed her Angel Myers in that movie. In this timeline, Laurie Strode's real birth name is Cynthia Myers, so they kind of changed things there. You feel like Halloween Ends will be even worse? If you're expecting like a stalker kill type movie, then yeah, it's going to be a letdown. What I feel like how they're going to end Halloween Ends, and I'm not too happy about them going this way, but it kind of makes sense that they're going to go this way, because the way they ended Halloween Kills is that I feel prediction that, yeah, it's going to be a standoff between Laurie Strode and Michael. It's going to end with both of them dying, because Laurie said it inside the hospital that it only ends if she dies with Michael, and Karen Strode was like, no, like she was like trying to stop her mom from going after Michael, right? Because Lori's gonna be pissed when she finds out that her daughter was killed by her brother. We know that for a fact, and Lori's no weakling. I mean, the Halloween 2018 movie, Lori was very tactical. Look what she did. She built her entire house as a freaking trap, room by room, rooms shifted, walls shifted to make a maze to keep Michael occupied until they can get him into the basement where they had these bars hidden from the wooden beams of the opening frame to the basement. And when they got him down there, those bars slid shut. It actually pierced through the wood to create a gate. Not penetrable. I mean, we knew Michael was going to die. If the firefighters never showed up, Michael would have been dead because he didn't try. He couldn't get out. He was standing next to the wall, just preparing to burn alive until the firefighters came in and the top floor caved in. I haven't started watching Squid Games yet. I kind of avoid a lot of those. I heard that the Rob Zombie version is not. It's not canon. It's not canon. Rob Zombie's version of Halloween is just his. Like, they were excited to option Rob Zombie to do these movies and to show, because Rob Zombie, look at A House of a Thousand Corpses and freaking Devil's Rejects and all these other movies that he's done. Like, they're crazy good. And so they're like, yeah, let's see what he can do with Halloween and Michael Myers. And he did. And everyone loved the way that he presented it and the fact that it's only 2 movies. He didn't want to go and create this long saga of movies. It was like Michael in the beginning, becoming what he becomes, and then Michael and Laurie Strode in the second movie, and his death, because Michael Myers dies in Rob Zombie's version. However, Laurie Strode, her mind is snapped beyond anything, that she's just as crazy as Michael was. But they left it there, and it was a good taste that Rob Zombie left it there. I totally agree with him. Even though like those 2 movies had me itching for another one, I still felt that it was a good way to end it. Well, I haven't seen it yet, only because when I get involved in like a series like that, I tend to binge watch. Right? Like when like for instance, when Cobra Kai, when their most recent season came out, like everyone was talking about it, so I would avoid reading people's tweets or stuff about it, because I didn't want to watch it where I watched an episode this week and I had to wait till next week till another one came out. I wanted all the episodes like out and then watch them all. Same with Stranger Things and such. I just want to like watch it all the way through. Squid Game is decent, but I think it's overhyped. It's some people's cup of tea, and then it's not some people's cup of tea. Cobra Kai over Squid Game. I am more anticipating for Cobra Kai. I do want to see what happens in the next season of Cobra Kai, only because I'm looking forward to Hilary Swank coming in Cobra Kai. Apparently, there are things that she's learned from Miyagi that she's apparently going to pass on to Daniel. And in the process, since Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang are now united as one class, and then seeing that it's not gonna be too much of bickering between Johnny and Daniel, that they're actually going to work together. But like, yeah, seeing Hilary Swank's character come into play on that one. From the next Karate Kid is what movie she was in. And then you also have Tommy Silver, who was the antagonist in Karate Kid 3, who was wealthy. Having him come back to help, his good friend, was it Sensei Kreese? Helping him. But then you also got to think Chosen is also going to come. Like, we've seen him in the last season of Cobra Kai, and Chosen decided to show Daniel the hidden Miyagi techniques, which would disable somebody's movements, which we saw Daniel use on Sensei Kreese at the end of the season, where he pretty much temporarily paralyzed the arms and the legs, which Chosen taught him and showed him that that's what the Miyagi clan did. Was people that wanted to have war, they took their ability to wage that war by paralyzing them for a brief moment so they couldn't fight. Therefore, there wouldn't be a war. So I do know from things that I've read that Chosen is going to be there. As a matter of fact, he's going to make his way to the U.S. A lot of big key players throughout the Karate Kid saga are going to be there. The one that's being rumored that no one knows is or isn't is what's that guy's name? I know his last name is Barnes, but he was the person who faced Daniel in the final tournament of Part 3. He was a guy who was already a professional martial arts competitor who Cobra Kai hired to represent Cobra Kai in the All Valley Karate Tournament. And I think his name is Mike Barnes. Someone let me know if I'm wrong. Sorry, Mike. I really think his name is Mike Barnes, but I could be wrong. But anyways, there's a possibility that even he might be referenced. Now, I'm thinking that if they're going to reference him, they'll probably reference him at the end of this next coming season. Which guy? Which guy do you hope gets casted as an antagonist? Because the other series that I'm looking forward to is Stranger Things. I am looking for that. Am I logged into Twitter? I'm logged into my Twitter. Yeah, Cobra Kai is OG. I really like that they did this because, like, you have Karate 1, 2, and 3, right? But ultimately, Karate Kid won because Daniel moving to a new town, new state, having to deal with all those types of issues that a lot of us can relate to. I'm sure a lot of us have had a bully in school at one point in time that just made school miserable for us and made life in a new town miserable for us, and so we can relate to a lot of that stuff. Seeing him overcome his fear and face down every member of the Cobra Kai dojo, and including defeating his bully, that gained him the respect of his bully, right? Because Johnny told him that he was all right, shook his hand, and handed him the trophy when he won. And then of course Miyagi saving Johnny from Kreese when Kreese was like trying to seriously injure him over getting second place in the karate tournament. But you see Daniel's progression through all that time, and now we get to see Johnny's point of view, because Johnny really wasn't a bad guy. So it really calls back to what Miyagi had told Daniel all this time. There's no such thing as a bad student, only a bad teacher, right? Johnny was the way he was from the influence of his sensei. And so when they realized that Daniel had heart, Johnny was done looking at him as something he had to squash, and actually give him the recognition. But to see Johnny and Daniel's relationship kind of reignite in the early seasons of Cobra Kai, and seeing Johnny trying to restore an honorable name to the Cobra Kai dojo, but only to have the issues with his son and all that other stuff, all that stuff, just it really plays a good story. I love how they're going with it. I even love how in the last season they reunited Daniel with Chosen, and Chosen, he messed with Daniel really bad, making him think that he was going to eliminate him, but then he paid him back with the nose honk. And then also finding peace, bearing the hatchet between each other. But you also have Daniel reuniting with his exes, right? So his ex from the first movie, he meets up with her. She sees that he's happily married. And then she's also Johnny's ex, and she keeps a good friendship with Johnny. And then, in the last season, we see him meet up with Kumiko, who they did that whole tea ceremony thing where she was basically saying that she had fallen in love with him. But then, of course, we know in Karate Kid Part 3 that she and Daniel never continued a relationship because she actually got offered to go dance in New York, so she went to go and study. And so that was the thing about it, right? That's where Daniel loses his girl in that one. So I think that Cobra Kai is being played very, very well. Yeah, Lawrence's character is such a 180. Yeah, I mean, he still has his pride and he still has his attitude that he's carried, in Karate Kid 1. But he also knows right from wrong, and he knows how to make better choices. Even putting his pride aside and understanding that he had to unite with Miyagi-Do, because you have Johnny, and this is where things is going to get interesting with their new class, their new, their united students. You're going to have Johnny, who's great at being an aggressive offenser, and then you've got Daniel, who's great at defending against aggressive offensive moves with defense, right? Because that's what he learned mostly. Even though Daniel had to learn the reality of things, and that's, Miyagi didn't teach him everything about Miyagi's karate. Miyagi taught him what he felt was necessary, which was defense. Defense to protect yourself, because that's all. And like anyone who questions that about why didn't Miyagi teach Daniel, those hidden techniques? I mean, wasn't Daniel like a son to him? And like, yeah, Daniel was, but Miyagi only taught Daniel what Daniel needed to know, which was defense. He needed to protect himself against the Cobra Kai students in both part 1 and part 3. He did teach him an offensive defensive move in part 2, if people forgot, by giving him that rattle and telling him that the secret to Miyagi's karate is with that paddle. Remember, Daniel tried to learn how to defend without being in your enemy's line of sight, right? And that's where he tried to pull that thing at the dock with the fish thing, the hook. And he kind of like tries to do what Miyagi does, which is basically not be in the path of the attack. But I don't know if everyone caught this, but in Karate Kid 2, later on when Daniel's talking about the rattle again, he asks Miyagi, is there a counter punch to this? So like not only just kind of like turning and being out of the line of sight of attack, but coming back with a counter punch. And Daniel figured it out by playing around with that rattle. He figured out how to defend and attack in the same instance, right? In a flow of motion, defend and attack. And that's why when he defeated Chosen, he was able to do that because of that secret technique that he was able to unlock, not with Miyagi telling him how to do it, but he unlocked it by playing around with the toy that inspired the Miyagi karate. Of course, they did a very bad job showing people in that movie what the attack and defense would have looked like, because it only looked like that Daniel was like club handing him in the face as he was turning and just boom, just doing that. That's what it looked like, but I don't think it was supposed to be meant to look like that. All right. Anyways, I'm going to jam out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with me tonight. Thank you guys so much, listening to the Pixel stuff earlier and then going all over the place with the movies. But I like this type of engagement and conversation. So it's always great to have you guys here. I'm going to go eat dinner and then I'm going to go to bed so I could be up early for the event. You don't have to join me live tomorrow for the event. If you want to watch it on your own, just so you can focus in on the event, that's totally cool. I'm only going to live stream just to show my reaction to everything because I'm going to be a fanboy tomorrow. So I'm taking off my normal face and I'm going to be a fanboy. I'm going to be a fanboy tomorrow and have fun doing it. And then whoever's going live, I'll jump on their live and hang out with them. So you guys have a great night. Be cool, be safe. I love you guys very much. Thank you guys for the fun conversations and whatnot. Everyone shout out Latrell for Latrell for Toyota. And yeah, let's get him sponsored by Toyota so he can get that Camry. Yep. Anyways, good night, everybody.